This area is home to a large farming community. Farmers across the drought-stricken Eastern Cape need 30 million rand daily in supplement feed to keep their animals alive and productive. Johannes van Rensburg has been farming for most of his life. He says it is the worst drought in over 40 years.
It was just like the normal droughts we had. Right? Yeah, it would have lasted 3 years.
Sure.
And we would have gone through it, we would have a few losses, but we would have coped.
Sure.
But we cannot cope. We as this generation of people, no one else can tell us what to do.
He has been forced to prioritize what animals to feed, but sadly for some, it is not enough.
I went to the 2 co-ops just last week just to get a survey of just the 5 or 6 basic feeds that farmers use: maize, molasses meal, pellets, and then complete fattening for lambs. In all the instances I've named, since 2018, the tonnage that was sold in 2018 in comparison to what's been sold in 2019, there's a 25% increase in the tonnage. Then you must also take into account that 40% of the farmers cannot buy that fodder. Their books are full at the co-ops, so in other words, I cannot spend money there. So what is the real impact? The real impact is that the farmers are in dire straits. If you cannot feed your animals, you will not have a production in the next year.
The gift of the givers threw the town a lifeline when they found borehole water. But the demand is greater than the supply.
We'll be contributing expertise. We have employed specialists to investigate alternatives which might include desilting the dam, raising the level of the dam, the wall, looking at the groundwater well fields, improving infrastructure, looking to repair aging infrastructure to avoid leakages and loss of water, addressing which is a linked sewerage line infrastructure that's failing and leads to contamination of water resources. So we are employing specialists to advise us both on the immediate short-term water supply crisis, because it is a crisis, and then medium and long-term. It would probably be a 10-year plan with immediate solutions for now, and then long-term solutions for future water supply.
It's not only the farmers who are feeling the heat. It's midday and Hendrik Clausen has been up for hours. Exhausted and thirsty, all he wants is a glass of water. The mercury has hit 30 degrees and climbing.
Ik kry baie swaar met water. Sometimes soggens as nie water nie, kinders moet skool toe gaan. As jy water en ek moet werk toe gaan. As jy water en dan sy water in die aande vol maak in die oggende vroeg nie. Dat ons sy water vir was of kos maak.
In this area, going for up to 7 days without water is nothing new. The last time the taps are running was 4 days ago. It means a long walk to town for water.
When we have to cook, I have to go down. If I'm having an old car, that one is staying next door, I must drive or must go and pick up with some old buckets. Then I must go and pick up water so that I must have water to pick up anything. Even if to go to the private toilet, it's like that I'm supposed to go to the downtown, then it's to the town. Then we have water there.
The boreholes cannot cope with the demand.
Ons kry boorgatwater van weet nie waar vandaan kom dit maar munisipaliteit vervaardig dit vir ons. Maar ons het eintlik 'n probleem met die water wat ook deur die boorgat kom want van die kinders is een is afgesteur Saterdagoggend 3:00 as gevolg van die water van net magkrampe gehad. En groot mense sterwe ook in die hospitaal van die water.
Maar inshallah lapha senzo kufuneka kuhlanjiwe akwazi uhlamba kufuneka kwenziwe iwashing mhlambe nje kufuneka uhlambe kangange 5 liter asikwazi nokunkcenkceshela kufuneka unkcenkceshele injalo ke inhlala lapha sihlala kwinhlalo enzima.
The South African Weather Services and departmental scientists predict an above-average rainfall in most parts of the country between December and February 2020. However, the latest report on dam levels by the Department of Water and Sanitation suggest that the country's water situation continues to deteriorate at a rate of losing 1% water a week due to the searing heat wave. This is Gqabi Dam, which in 2012 was overflowing, but now is dry and empty due to decreased rainfall in this area. With no water in this dam, no sufficient boreholes in the town, and no rain predicted in the near future, residents here are appealing to local government to come up with strategies to deal with this dire crisis. Lerato Fekisi, SABC News, Graaff-Reinet.